What's up, YouTube? It's Isaiah Jordan. First and foremost, I gotta start by saying I typically don't do things like these type of videos, but I felt inclined to. I got so many comments on Instagram asking me to do a video review of my campaign with SoundRunners Digital. And so, hey, look, we here to talk about it. So without further ado, let's get into it. So I know a lot of you, like myself, probably saw the ad on Instagram about SoundRunners Digital, but when you went to YouTube to try to find a review or something like that, there was really nothing that came up. And at first that can be shady, but the more I was looking into all these other playlisting campaign companies, they kind of all look shady. So I Googled SoundRunners Digital. I found a Reddit article, actually a handful of them, that just had nothing but positive reviews. And so I went off on a limb and tried it myself, and I couldn't be happier with the results. I mean, from the customer service to the streams that they delivered to how they're even handling me after the campaign is technically over has just been phenomenal. So first I want to talk to you about the price point, and I will leave the price chart right here for y'all to check out, so feel free to pause the video, take a screenshot, write it down if you need to. Now, I did their standard campaign, which is essentially their basic package. That goes for $245, and it's an estimate of 14K to 25K streams. Now, they did deliver, and they actually went above and beyond, because at that 60-day mark, I was just under 14K. I think I was at like 13,900 and some change. And I actually talked to Sam that day, Sam Meeks, who we'll talk about a little later in the video. So let's talk a little bit about the numbers in the playlist. Now, after you fill out their basic information form on their website, you'll get an email from either Sam Meeks himself or somebody from within their team within like 24, maybe 48 hours. I think they literally hit me up like the next morning, and I had reached out like 8 p.m. at night or something like that. And they'll literally ask you, I mean, what inspired you to make this song? What do you feel like are influences of this song? And you really do almost have a say-so in the placement of your song. I mean, if you don't think it's performing well in a specific playlist, you can at any point request that it be put in a different playlist, which is super dope. I mean, it's really dope. I mean, Sam essentially knew what he was doing for my campaign, so we didn't need to really change anything. I trusted his ideas. All the playlists performed pretty well, and I couldn't be happier. Now, these were the playlists that I was added to. They worked for my song very well. Now, these here were my numbers for the duration of the campaign, which was the 60 days that they advertised. And like I said, we were just shy of that 14K, but the dope part about it is that we're recording this on January 8th of 2025, and I'm still in those playlists. They changed my placement. I'm not as high up in those playlists, but I'm still there. Now we're sitting on about 17K. So I mean, we're within that range that they guaranteed. So by all means, my campaign should be over, but we still going, and I think that's awesome. I mean, for the price you pay, I mean, that's why I say the connection you get with the company itself is almost worth it. I mean, you're once you're tapped in, it's like it's really cool, and I feel like they really do take care of you, and I feel like they care about their clientele, and that's where the value of this package or any of the packages come in. Now, I don't remember if I said I was going to talk about this earlier in the video, but I just want to touch on one of our biggest fears when it comes to these third parties in our Spotify promotion, and it is the use of bots. Now, I did have 2 instances during my campaign where we encountered bots, and it completely was not on SoundRunners. It came from a website or a user called chartmob.com, and you can Google this. If by any chance this happens, just make sure you pay attention to your Spotify for artists. It'll pop up in your playlist section when it shows which playlist you're on and what the streams are looking like. I think we were steadily doing like 200 to 300 streams a day, and out of nowhere I did like 1,000 streams back to back, and I was just totally unorganic in left field. And I was happy to find that it wasn't coming from SoundRunners. It was chartmob.com. And if this does happen, there is a customer support email. All you have to do is politely and respectfully email them and ask them to remove your song. Just provide your artist name, the song title, and it should be down in the next 24 to 48 hours. They had my stuff going within like 12 hours. So if this does happen, it is not on SoundRunners. It happens, again, Google it. It's happened to several artists, and it's something you do want to avoid. So make sure you're paying attention to your Spotify artists page throughout the campaign, just so you can catch this as early as possible. So lastly, I just want to talk a little bit about Sam Meeks, because the more you look into SoundRunners Digital, the more that name is going to come up. Now, Sam is the man behind the machine that is SoundRunners, and he actually served as my campaign manager. So I don't know how the rest of his team functions, but if they're anything like Sam, you're in good hands. I mean, we had so many personal conversations. I mean, even with the payment, it's not like a go to the website, pay, and then boom, you're in the playlist. Like, no, you actually talk to Sam, you'll have a whole consultation, and it'll be like a Cash App or Zelle payment. So you're actually gonna map all this out before you even spend a dime. And essentially, I was in the playlist prior to payment. That level of trust in your clientele, and just the fact that we developed somewhat of a personal and professional relationship throughout the course of this campaign, and that he was so transparent about everything, and even kind of helped me through the bot situation that wasn't on him, but you know, I was very understanding. I knew it wasn't, you know, anything on his part, and I did my due diligence as he did his, and we got it resolved. And again, I mean, I'm still in those playlists. January 5th, I mean, my campaign should have ended 30 plus days ago. I mean, I'm almost in a second wind at this point of my campaign. It's just that type of care for your clientele, and just like wanting to see them succeed. You know what I'm saying? It's really cool to be able to actually talk to somebody and not just, you know, pay for something and, you know, you go to a website and then you start seeing growth and you don't really know what's going on behind the scenes. Sam will tell you everything. He'll keep it real with you. He's transparent, super down to earth guy, and he is a genius. He's got some gems. So, I mean, I can't say enough positive things about Sam. So that'll pretty much do it for this video. Please feel free to like and subscribe to the channel. If there's any questions you have that I did not answer, please feel free to leave a comment below. We can chop it up about it, or hit me up via Instagram. I'll leave my link in the description if you want to talk more personal experience or just get a little more in depth about everything that they offer. Like I took the time out to do this video. I would much appreciate y'all taking the time to go check out my song, You're Mine. Like I said, this whole process was about gaining fans, growing fans. So same with the video. I did one for y'all if y'all could do one for me. So until next time, peace.